Right now, as you sit there, you probably feel like you're sitting still. Maybe you're on a couch or at a desk. The earth feels solid beneath you. But that stillness, it's a lie. It is a grand, cosmic illusion. In reality, you are moving at speeds that defy comprehension. The earth is spinning. We are orbiting the sun. The sun is circling the black hole at the center of our galaxy. But there is a motion even bigger than all of that. Our entire galaxy, the Milky Way, along with Andromeda and everything nearby, is being dragged. We are hurtling through the darkness at 1.4 million miles per hour. We aren't drifting aimlessly, we are falling. Like a leaf caught in a rushing river, we are plunging toward a specific point in the southern sky. For decades, we couldn't see what was pulling us. We called it the Great Attractor, a gravitational monster hidden in the dark. And for a long time, the scary part wasn't just that it was pulling us. It was that we had no idea what it was. So, how do we know we're moving? If you're in a car on a smooth highway, you only know you're moving by looking out the window. In space, there are no windows. Everything is moving away from everything else because the universe is expanding. This is called the Hubble flow. But in the 1970s, astronomers looked at the afterglow of the Big Bang, the cosmic microwave background. This is the oldest light in the universe. It should be the same temperature everywhere. But it wasn't. When they measured it, they found a dipole. The sky was slightly warmer in one direction and slightly cooler in the opposite direction. This is the cosmic Doppler effect. It's the universe's speedometer. It told us that our galaxy has a peculiar velocity. That's science speak, for we are going rogue. We aren't just expanding with the universe. We are rushing towards something in the direction of the Centaurus and Hydra constellations. The math suggested something massive was out there. Something with the gravitational pull of 1 billion suns. So, if there is something that massive pulling us, why don't we just point a telescope at it and snap a photo? Well, that's where the universe plays a cruel joke on us. We live inside a spiral galaxy. We are stuck in the disk, surrounded by thick clouds of gas, dust, and stars. When we look up or down out of the disk, the view is clear. But when we look sideways, through the plane of our galaxy, our view is blocked. Astronomers call this the zone of avoidance. It covers about 20% of our sky. It's like trying to watch a movie while someone is standing directly in front of the screen. Murphy's Law strikes again. The Great Attractor, this massive thing pulling us, sits directly behind this wall of dust. For years, it was a ghost. We could feel its gravity, but we couldn't see it. Enter the Seven Samurai. No, not the movie characters. In the 1980s, a group of 7 astronomers decided to map the motion of elliptical galaxies. They found that it wasn't just us. Hundreds of millions of light-years of space, thousands of galaxies, were all flowing in the same direction. It was a bulk flow. Imagine a trampoline. If you put a bowling ball on it, the fabric curves and marbles roll toward it. The 7 samurai realized the Great Attractor was a massive depression in the fabric of space-time, and we were all rolling into the dip. To see through the dust, we needed new eyes. You can't use normal light, but X-rays and radio waves can punch right through the galactic smog. In the 90s and 2000s, using X-ray surveys and infrared mapping, we finally peered behind the curtain. We found the Norma Cluster. It's a massive city of galaxies. For a minute we thought, case closed, that's the Great Attractor. But when the math came back, it didn't add up. The Norma Cluster is huge, but it's only about 10% of the mass needed to drag us this fast. It was like finding a magnet when you were looking for an electromagnet. The Great Attractor wasn't the end of the line. It was just a waypoint. As we mapped deeper into space, we found the real monster. Way behind the Great Attractor, about 650 million light-years away, lies the Shapley concentration. This thing is a beast. It contains over 25 massive galaxy clusters crammed into a small space. It has the mass of 500 quadrillion suns. Here is the mind-blowing reality of our situation. The Great Attractor is effectively a valley. We are falling into it, but that entire valley is sliding down a larger mountain slope toward the Shapley concentration. This brings us to one of the most beautiful discoveries in modern cosmology, Laniakea. In 2014, scientists stopped looking at where galaxies are and started looking at where they are going. They realized that the universe is divided into watersheds, just like river basins on Earth. If rain falls on one side of a mountain, it flows to the Pacific. If it falls on the other, it flows to the Atlantic. The universe works the same way. We live in a gravitational basin called Laniakea, which means immense heaven in Hawaiian. It spans 500 million light-years. Every galaxy inside this line is flowing toward the center, toward the Great Attractor. But wait, there's a twist. Gravity is a pull. So we assumed the Shapley concentration and the Great Attractor were doing all the work. But in 2017, researchers found something creepy in the opposite direction. Directly behind us, opposite the Shapley concentration, there is almost nothing. A giant void, a region of space that is incredibly empty. This is called the dipole repeller. Because it's so empty, it doesn't pull on us. But because the stuff in front of us is pulling and the stuff behind us isn't, it creates a push effect. We are caught in a cosmic pincer movement. The Shapley concentration is grabbing us from the front, and the dipole repeller is pushing us from behind. That pushes and pulls us to that insane speed of 1.4 million miles per hour. You might think we have this all mapped out now, but the story is actually getting an update right now, in 2024 and 2025. Remember that zone of avoidance, the dusty blind spot? We are finally clearing the fog completely using the Meerkat radio telescope in South Africa. Just last year, a team published new data revealing the Great Attractor Wall. It turns out the Great Attractor isn't just a blob, it's a massive wall-like sheet of galaxies connecting different parts of the cosmic web, hidden right behind the Milky Way's center. They are finding hundreds of new galaxies we never knew existed. We are realizing that the Great Attractor connects to other massive structures, like the Ophiuchus cluster. It's like finally drawing the missing piece of a treasure map. So, the big question, if we are hurtling toward this Great Attractor, are we going to crash? Is this the end of the world? Here is the final reveal. No, we will never get there. While gravity is trying to pull us together, dark energy is stretching the universe apart. At the distance of the Great Attractor, space is expanding faster than we can fall through it. We are running on a treadmill. We are sprinting toward the Great Attractor at 600 kilometers per second. But the floor beneath us is moving away even faster. Our destiny isn't a fiery collision. It is isolation. But for now, we are part of a grand, dynamic flow, a river of stars flowing through the Laniakea Basin, pushed by voids and pulled by superclusters. It's a reminder that even in the vast stillness of space, nothing is truly static. We are all going somewhere. Thanks for watching, and keep looking up.